Hello and welcome back to the World Bowls Indoor Championships. We have our final session of the day for you today, which is a ladies singles match, Botswana against Macau, China. So I'm guessing you've potentially watched a few of the sessions during the day. This is the final session on this evening. So we have Maria from Botswana and Pia from Macau, China. So Botswana have won the toss and they go off first. They've just had their trial end, so they're all ready to go. Looks like they were just waiting for the marker to send to the jack, perhaps. So, don't know too much about these players. Both of them would typically be using Henselites. I think Pian's borrowed a set of XGs for the tournament, so she's using the red bowls. Good start there. So Pian's got a little bit of experience, played in the Asia Pacific Championships in 2019 and played in last year's World Bowls Indoor Championships in Australia. And her husband Johnny's playing in this tournament, and her son Miles is about to arrive as a coach on Monday. Good bowl there for Mariah, nestled on the front of the jack. I think Pian's just asking there if it's touching, and therefore to know whether or not springing the jack is possible just by gently hitting into the bowl. So Maria's got, from Botswana's got plenty of achievements, plenty of medals, short summary of which you saw on the opening slides. She's played in the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, Atlantic Championships, Africa States tournaments, and the 2022 World Bowls Indoor Championships as well. So, a bit of experience between the two of them. Been practicing over the last couple of days, adjusting to the rink. And both played with the mixed pairs this morning, so every country that enters the championship has the option of sending a male and female competitor for the men's singles and ladies singles, and they then play together in the mixed pairs. So we've got 30 countries represented at the World Bowls Indoor Championships this year in Guernsey. So they've all flown into the island over the past week or so.
Yeah, that's the blue and black stripe is red.
So the format of these games is 2 sets of 7 ends, with a 1 end tie break if needed. No, these are 4 bowl singles, pairs of 3 bowls. Not that I've not been watching it all day. So it looks like 2 shots to Maria at the moment. Pian's got another bowl. Got plenty of options down on the forehand. Slightly overplaying it. She's got the short bowl to rest, or getting to the shot wood's going to spring the jack to her bowl. And there's plenty of other games going on as well this evening. We've got all 6 rinks going, so if you're interested in any of the scores on those rinks, there's live scoring available via the Guernsey Indoor Bowling website and the World Bowls website. Looks like Pian's opted for a more driving shot there. Rink 2 does cut away and swing under if you play a tight line, and I think she's found that and unfortunately clipped one of Maria's across, although I don't know whether it's close enough to be in for a shot. Certainly if she clipped it any finer than she did, it would have stayed in the head. Pian, they're just having a quick conversation with the marker. It's best to try and get on with the marker. They play an important part in your game, letting you know how far away the shots are and who's holding, and plenty of information, so it's good to build up a relationship with them. And if you fancy catching a live stream of the other game on tonight, which is, or the other live streamed game, which is Ring 5, that is Namibia against England this evening. So that first end was 2 shots to Maria from Botswana, so she leads 2-0 after the first end. As I mentioned, each set is over 7 ends, and if each person wins 1 set, or if each sets are tied at the end of 2 sets, there's a 1-end tie break to decide the match. It's a bit further than I think Maria anticipated. I think she was looking to draw a shot there, but the ball behind is always useful. Especially in sets play like this, you've always got an eye on how close you are to running out of ends. So if there's an option for a big count, it's sometimes worth taking it. Good ball there by Pian. She's just drawn through the jack. Maria opting to switch hands and go down on the backhand. I think just overcorrected with that one and ended slightly short. Close again. Gets down to the jack. Oh, great effort. Still leaves room for Maria there, but holding 3 shots is Macau China. She's now coming down to take a look at the head. So in the other games this evening, it looks like Jersey have beaten Japan 2 sets. And all of these scores from all of the matches can be found on the live scoring on the Guernsey Bowling website or on the World Bowls website. And that's live scores, so you can watch the scores tick up as the matches go along. Great effort there by Maria. Just under the jack. Looks like she sat in for shot though. Pian might just look to play the forehand underneath the white bowl. If she draws it, then great, and if she touches the jack, she brings in 1, maybe 2. Depends how confident she is on the forehand, just playing that slightly tighter line. She only arrived yesterday evening and came for practice late yesterday night, so not had a great deal of time on the green, although has had a game or 2 today. Well, just 1 game this morning in the mixed pairs. And there's some of the latest scores for you there at the bottom of the page. Looks like there's a lot of support for Maria in the chat on the YouTube today, which is great. Trying to showcase as many countries as possible over the course of the week. Doing 2 streams of every session, one of which has some commentary and the other is just static cameras, but trying to feature as many countries as possible. Pian's just played that too far, unfortunately. So, looks like it's going to be one to Maria, but they may well get the measure out. Yeah, they're asking for the umpire to have a measure of the 2 bowls that are there. See who shot. So we are pleased to be supported by 4 international technical officials from World Bowls, so World Bowls ITOs. It includes Alan Thornhill, who I think is going to come across and do this measure for us here. So he's just finished a measure on ring 3, as you can see in the picture. So you can see that Pian's bowl was standing up, so he's just wedged that before measuring to the bowl that's sat down and therefore more stable. And he'll then go over and around to the bowl that's on its edge. See whether it's closer or further away. And then he'll go back to the white bowl to check that his tape hasn't moved. And he should then make a call as to which one is shot. And he'll move that bowl closer to the jack. So you can see the white bowl was shot, so we've moved that out. So it is 1 to Maria. Which makes the score 3-0 after 2 ends. Sorry, 3-0 after 3 ends. Yeah, no, it is 3-0 after 2 ends. They've marked up an extra end on the board, so that'll have to come down. Just sent that man to fix the ends that are marked up on the physical scoreboard in the club, which is now also being incorrectly reflected on the live scoring. We'll sort that out. Good ball here by Pierre. She's drawn that in nice and close. It's always important to get one good ball to then work from within your sort of first two bowls or so. Especially singles is very much you're on your own, so only yourself to blame, but again, only yourself to rely on as well. So we've got 5 days of the group stages, so mixed pairs in the morning, followed by either men's or ladies singles in the afternoon, and then either men's or ladies singles in the evening. And we're streaming all of those, so that's 7 sessions a day. Both players walking up the rink now to take a look at the head. So the rules of the tournament is that they can visit after their third bowl. As you can see, both have 3 bowls on the rink, so both have come up for a look. Pian's there holding 1, possibly 2. It's a bit difficult to tell from this angle, 1 for sure.
Did you do the head? It's 2, it should be 2 at the end. 2, yeah.
As you hear, they've just corrected the ends on the scoreboard, which is good. Good effort here by Mariah. She's got to sit that shot bowl. She does sit it out, and she's stayed around. It's close, close for shot. Still plenty of room to draw for Pian there. I'm sure she'll pick her hand and draw away. So they're just deciding on the shots now. Yeah, they're not very sure. Looks like it was 2, I think. Yeah, so 2 there to Botswana, so they lead 5-0 after 3 ends. There's plenty of other matches going on this morning, so evening. So Jamaica are playing Australia, no, New Zealand, Canada, France, for example, and the live scores for all of those available on the World Bowls and the Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. Oh, brilliant start there by Maria. Well adjusted to the track length she's chosen. So the World Bowls Indoor Championships is an annual competition that goes from the Southern Hemisphere to the Northern Hemisphere each year. So this year it's being hosted in the Northern Hemisphere in Guernsey. And all of the countries from the International Indoor Bowls Council and World Bowls are invited. And this year 30 have agreed to come to the island to play. Good shot there by Pian. She's very close to trailing that jack. Shot wood though. So Maria typically plays with Henselite Dreamline XGs, and Pian also plays with the Henselite. So I think they've managed to get hold of some for this tournament. Maria just taking a good look to see probably the weight and distance that Pian's short ball is there from the jack, whether she can draw underneath it or has to play slightly more weight. And the ideal shot would be either resting that and getting inside, or any touch on the jack. She's got 2 waiting. She has been favouring her backhand draw though, so I think that's open as well. She's certainly giving it the green. She's not far away. It's coming down well. Oh, just the wrong side of that bowl. Brilliant effort, but it does give Pian free draw. Just running the scores there from the other rinks across the bottom of the screen. All the live scores are also available from the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling Association websites, as are the fixtures list for the next few days. Dropped slightly short with that one. I think that's probably a opportunity missed there to sort of get within 2 shots. Still going to score a count of 2, which does close the gap a bit. Yep, so the score is now 5-2 after 4 ends. So these are 2 sets of 7 ends, so 3 ends left to play in this set. Decent weight on this bowl. Nice opening shot there. Just got slightly stuck on the seam and fell away, but good start. Oh, both of the players there falling a bit short. This is probably only their first group game of the ladies singles group that they're in. So they're either in a group of 5 or a group of 6, so they'll get either 4 or 5 games in each of the in the group stages. So that and the mixed pairs. Over the next sort of 5 days, we've got knockouts on the Friday and the finals then on the Saturday. So Pian's just asking a couple of questions of the marker there. Bit of a difficult shot on the backhand to get underneath the white. She hasn't quite made it. Had the right weight for it, I think. It just got wooded on that outside white ball. Current score is 5-2 to Botswana after 4 ends. So leading by 3 with 3 ends left to play in this set. And you can find the live stream of the other rink that we've got on today, which is our static camera rink, which is currently showing Namibia against England. Yeah, Pian switching now, playing the forehand, it's a bit more open. Just has to look to drop around the Moraes bowl there. Not sure it's coming back from there, fortunately. Weight was perfect for it. So tight to line, but with some weight, might catch the shot word. It did, but not solid enough, unfortunately. Bowl wider, she'd have sat that bowl out and possibly stayed for two. So 1-2 Pian there from Macau, China, which makes it 5-3 after 5 ends. So Macau, China need 2 shots here to draw the set over the next 2 ends. So a longer jack than they have been playing here. The jack's just about a yard short of the tee. It looks like Maria's found it. Got a toucher there, move the jack back a bit. Holding shot bowl. Just a bit speedy there. I think that one ended up in the ditch. Does really need to score here just to make it a 1 or a 2 going into the last end that Pian needs to win the set. Maria just needs to keep it to, well, I mean, ideally for her, probably winning the end makes it much more secure. Just running up after this one. It's slightly tight of the line again though. Another good draw by Maria, just running through the jack. It's a fine place there. Don't know if she was possibly slightly distracted by the Swiss player on ring 3. She moved out to the ring 2 side as she ran up, but not a bad bowl, holding the shot. That's all she needs to do at this stage. As Pian given it the green. I'm not convinced, unfortunately. Look, it's already crossing the centre line. Nor the weight. That leaves her with quite a big ask on the last end, especially if Maria draws this one in as well. Without this bowl, she would need a 3 to draw or a 4 to win. If Maria gets this in, it's then a 4 to draw. First part's good. Has it made it there? Oh, not quite. It's going to be just the one shot. So 6-3 going into the 7th and final end of this first set. So Botswana 3 shots ahead.
How far through is my last ball, please? Thank you.
Quite a bit of a shorter jack than they played for the last one. 4 or 5 yards short of the tee. Good opening bowl here though. Very good opener by Maria. That really puts the pressure on. Needing to score a 3 or a 4 for Macau China, so you'd have to be asking Pian for a very, very good end of bowls to get 4 inside of that. Or to move it and still get 4. Started not so badly though, to be fair. Toucher on the way through. Great second bowl. That was a good follow-up bowl there from Maria with the second bowl, just slightly through the jack. It adds a whole lot of danger to Pian trying to tail it through. Unfortunately, Pian's just dropped the weight there and sat a good yard short. Another nice ball there from Maria. She's having a great last end here of this first set. Marker indicating that she's that Pian is one down. And you'd have to rely on your marker quite a lot in this game because you can only visit after your third bowl. If it's tight after two, there'd be plenty of questions being asked. There have been all day. Looks like a running bowl now from Macau, China. Certainly close. Gets inside her own. Oh, made contact with it. Brilliant effort. Had the right idea. She'd have got inside, she could have planted both of Maria's white bowls out, and that would have just left her with one problem to sort. Bit of a high risk, but when you need a 3 or a 4, that was really the only option for her. So for those that have joined, this is the ladies singles group stage of the World Bowls Indoor Championships, which this year is being hosted in Guernsey. So we've had 30 countries come over to the island and are playing at the Guernsey Indoor Bowls Stadium this week. So for the first 5 days of the tournament, so Sunday to Thursday, it's the group stages, followed by the knockouts on Friday, and then the finals day is Saturday. So we've got 7 sessions a day, running from 8:30 in the morning to roughly 8 o'clock in the evening. And we've tried to do 1 or 2 streaming rinks for every session, likely 1 commentary rink and 1 static camera rink, and trying to feature as many countries as possible over that time. So this is the last bowl of the first set coming down here. Well, I think she might have a bit of the jack. Oh, that's unlucky, just bounced it against Maria's bowl. So certainly the first set to Botswana. Another 7 ends to come. And if Macau China win that, it will be a 1-end tiebreak. So the winner of the first set gets the mat and jack, so Maria's bowled that down. And there's 5 other games going on this evening, so if you want to catch any of the live scores, then they're on the World Bowls website and also the Guernsey Indoor Bowling Association website. And that'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the other matches and in the groups. Very nice opening bowl of the first set there from Maria.
Last ball shot. No, in front.
Nice response here from Pierre. She's just drawn behind the jack, I think, for shot. Certainly will be if it falls.
One down.
That one is behind.
Got the jack. You've got
The marker there just confirming that it is Pierre's last bowl that's holding a shot.
on the back side of it. Got the jack. Behind the jack, you've got the white ball, which is a few inches, and then your ball's.
Maria opting to play down the forehand, looking to rest the bowl. It is diving for it. That's a very good attempt. Just slipped past and down the back. Not wasted there though, especially if Pian were to draw another one. It gives her an option of playing the jack through. There's plenty of people on the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube chat with support for Maria and watching from Botswana, which is great to see. The whole idea of featuring a number of countries is to get a number of people involved with the sport and interested in the live streams. He's just left that one drift underneath. Weight's very good for it. Just under the line. It does cut across on route 2 if you're a little tight. As demonstrated there again, I think. Maria opting to stay on the forehand, looking to rest the bowl. Or find the jack again. Slightly tight, rests her own wood. May well have fallen in. Certainly close now. Both players arriving at the head. I understand Pierre still has one to play. My assumption is the safer shot is the forehand draw, looking to rest her own bowl. She has played the forehand. Has she given it the green? I'm not sure. Looks a little tight and under the line again. I always find it interesting who wins the first end of a set. Whether it brings any momentum. I suspect we might have the umpire on here. Yep, asking for a measure. Marcus just wedging a bowl there to prevent it from falling any closer. So it looks like we've got Alan back on again with the calipers. Going to the bowl that's sat down and more stable. Before they're moving around to the bowl that's on its edge. Then going back and checking the calipers haven't moved. He's just readjusted those and it's going to go back again, so it must be close. So, one shot to Maria. So Maria takes the first end there. So that's 1-0 to Botswana after one end.
To Jack High.
Good ball here by Maria. Good second wood, well adjusted. Sitting just behind the jack. Yeah, she's just gone under the line again and cut across. So Moret's drawn another one in there. Do you notice that? Well, I mean, Piana has got 2 behind, but she's currently 4 down. A drive here would be a little bit worrying. It would suggest she's lost a bit of faith in her draw. You'd hope she just draws it in and looks to cut down. She's looking at it. Has played it with a little bit of weight. Certainly running close to the jack. Good effort there, just underneath the line. Could be close for 4. So that's 3 balls taken out as shots, and Maria's asked for a measure for the 4th. So Martin's come on. He might need his extendable arms as an umpire, which have arrived in the shape of Alan Thornhill. Who I can tell is Hugh because he's got his shorts on. It's not Hugh. Oh, didn't look like that was quite there. So I suspect it might be all 4. Yeah, full house there for Maria. So that puts her 5-0 ahead after 2 ends. Where the marker can take the opportunity to cool themselves down because all 4 lollipops are out, so it's acting as a bit of a fan. The query over the length of the jack here as to whether it's past the past 23 meters, which is the minimum length. Pian seems happy though. It is of course the marker's duty to make sure the jack is of a legal length, but often they get help and get queried by the players as well. Brilliant start there by Maria, nice toucher. That's a great start. Pian's played down the forehand. Probably a preference rather than switching where she had the option of sitting the bowl. She played a decent wood, dropping down. Settling in for a good second bowl. Maria's not far away again. Gonna drift just behind. Yeah, Pian's just got under the line again there. I know she was trying to play that to trail the jack across, but got slightly too far on that one. Weight was good for it. Maria's now switched hands and is playing down the forehand. She has the option of being slightly wide and covering, or resting on the opponent's bowl for 2 shots. Pian was unlucky there. Had she got the inside of that bowl, that may well have flicked her across and could have got to catch the jack. She has now got an option behind. She holds the back bowl. Our respots here aren't the side respots. It's on the centre tee. So we'll go back to the middle, but about 3 yards further back than where the jack currently is. More than 3 yards. Jack's very short. Yeah, more like 10 yards. Staying on the backhand, played a much more aggressive line, so she's got to have quite a lot of weight to hold that. She's not given it the weight that that line needed, unfortunately, and has come right across the head. Maria's just taken the 1 shot there. Which means the score is 6-0 after 3 ends. Another relatively short jack there. Maria seems to be doing well with them, so why not stick with them? And a very good opening bowl. She's She's kept the pressure up the entire second set here so far. And we're just running some of the latest scores along the bottom there for you. You can, of course, find all the live scores on the World Bowls website and Guernsey Bowling Association website. And there's also a static live stream which is just finished of Rink 5. So that can be found on YouTube now, having completed that live stream. Pian's just found herself drifting tight there again. This looks like a nice line. Weight doesn't look bad either. She's following it up. Quite likes it. It's a touch on the jack. Oh, I don't know if she's pushed it too far though. Certainly begs the question, which Pian's asked the marker, as to who's holding shot. Indicated it's 1 to Pian and Macau, China. Just giving the distances there of the bowls, so the player can understand the gap between the jack and the different woods. Got some weight with this one. They kept that tight line. Certainly looks close to it. It's going to rest through. Oh, she could have done picking up the jack there. I think she has moved it enough to make it possibly one. Certainly close for measure. That white ball did fall in though, so that may well have ended up taking a shot. Worth the gamble. Definitely needs to start scoring this end. Line looks good again. Wait, it's not bad either. Just fell back. Don't think that affects Pian's shot too much. That white bowl just off to the left and level with the jack is a nice guide. Anything inside of that has the chance of trailing it for 3, or you rest it for shot. Just got to give it the green. You can't afford to be coming across to the head. Interesting, good height on the bowl. certainly in the area. If it needs to start coming down. Just added about 3 yards to the weight, that was all. Potentially just trying to look to rest the white through and otherwise stay around, but it looks like a measure between all 5 woods that are left on the rink. The umpire just asking the players to remove any bowls that aren't in the measure, just so he's sure as to which ones he's needing to measure between. So he's going to go to Pian's bowl first and then measure off against the other 2. So he's indicated 1 there to Maria. So another shot to Botswana, who lead Macau China 7-0 after 4 ends. There we go, and there's the scores there at the bottom of your screen for you. As I say, 7-0 after 4 ends. 3 ends left to play in this set, so Pian needs a couple of 2s and a 3 for the win, and she has to win this set having lost the first. Well, there's certainly room this end for Pian to draw in there. Is Maria giving it the green this time? She has, but the weight's quite a ways through. I think this is the loosest end we've seen her play in this second set. This looks better from Piana. She's got to run up past her own. Certainly in the count. Looks tight to me already, unfortunately. I held on longer than I thought, but not sure it's enough to cut any out. Could well have cut that shortest bowl out. Last bowl of the set, and an opportunity to get, well, last bowl of the end, sorry, and an opportunity to get a 3 or a 4 here, which would be an important step to catching up that 7-shot deficit. All on the weight now. She's urging it on. That's enough. Played it well. Certainly 3 from here. Yeah, for me it's worth a take for the 4th. Especially at this stage, it would bring your, 7-0 to only 7-4. Give you 3 shots to get in, 4 shots to get in 2 ends. So she's called the umpire on. And the umpire from the other end, Martin's come down to assist. So 3 shots on that end. So the score is now 7-3 after 5 ends. And as a reminder, Macau China has to win this set as they lost the first set to Botswana. So they really need to score 5 shots over the next 2 ends. So that's a 2 and a 3. Which she's just done a 3, so it's certainly possible. So Maria's had her end off and has found the pace in the line again. Decent first bowl out there. Decent effort by Pierre. You can see she tried to drop the weight and correct the line there. Any score for Maria here wins the set and the match for her.
Half a ball in front.
Oh, that looks tight. She has got some weight with it, but that's... could have done with a bit more help of that short bowl. So as a reminder, it's 2 sets of 7 ends and Botswana won the first set, so this is a must-win for Macau China to go to a tie-break. Botswana are currently 7-3 up, so there's a 4-shot gap. So any points here for Botswana will see them win the set and the match. Although they complete all of the sets in the group stage, because it could come down to... all of the ends in the group stage could come down to points if games 1 and sets 1 are drawn. So big bowl here for Piana. She needs to get this right. Has to make a 2 here, really. Looks like she's played it with weight. Suspect that's where her confidence is at the moment. Very close. White bowl out would do if she sticks around. Oh, just got a thin edge. That was a brilliant try, just unlucky to catch the bowl so thinly and get through the gap. So success here for Botswana, and this is another decent draw from Maria. Little bit of the jack to her own bowl. Could be 1 or 2. Either way, it's enough. Pian's declared it's 2 shots there to Maria. Final end coming down. Formality for the group stage to complete all of the ends. She didn't need to go on to shot difference. Botswana currently lead 9-3. So even a full house wouldn't be enough at this stage. So just whilst they start off this end, looking ahead to tomorrow morning, we start off at 8:30 with the mixed pairs. And on the commentary rink, we're covering Hong Kong, China against Singapore. And that will then be followed by the Norfolk Island against Malaysia. Both of which could be very interesting games, seeing how those teams have played today. We didn't cover those rinks on the commentary today, so it'd be nice to talk about those players and see how they got on yesterday, being today. It's close in the other two matches that are currently going on at the moment. So it's crunch time on rink 3 for Switzerland against Guernsey. Switzerland currently lead Guernsey by 1 set and 1 point, going into the last end of the second set. And on the other rink, it's the Isle of Man against Ireland. Ireland won the first set, but the Isle of Man lead this set by 1 point going into the last end. So incredibly close in those two matches. Pian's now found her groove, drawn a good shot. Looks like Pian's giving it the green again. That should come down nicely if the weight's there. Yeah, fairly good track. Final bowl of the game coming down here from Maria. Pian's got one left, of course, but good contact with the shot wood. She was unlucky not to get it to catch the jack there and spring across to hers, but she's certainly got second bowl. So I reckon Pian might just have a dig at this white bowl. Try and knock it out. Looks like she has done. And rink 4 have just finished up here with a win for Ireland. Drawing the last set. Pian did make contact. a good shot. Probably a measure to conclude the match. So we've just spun our camera around here to catch the final shot of the game next door. So Marianne from Switzerland's needing to make contact with any of Rose's bowls to take him out and get shot in there. She has moved one of her own up, but I'm not sure it's enough. It's probably left Rose with 2, which means that it's going to a tie-break end in the Switzerland against Guernsey match. And just to finish off the match we were commentating on, brilliant game there between Botswana and Macau-China. Botswana just having the edge for the majority of the match, just getting those closer bowls and so both players on the Switzerland Guernsey rink have just gone for a quick break before they start their tie-break end. We'll capture the last end of the evening before we sign off for the night.
While you were missing.
So Rose potentially won the toss there, but either way, Marianne has the mat and the jack and is bowling first. Fairly long jack. Mat's a couple of yards up. Jack's a yard or so short. Decent start by Marianne. I think Rose and her have had a brilliant tussle this evening. Certainly a tight second set Won 6-5 by Guernsey to force the tie-break. Looks like a good track on this one from Rose. Weight's there as well. Nicely in front of the jack. Marianne's plays with quite tight woods, so I don't know if that... It's so central it probably doesn't pose an issue, but we shall see. Looks like she's playing weight to it early. Rose looking to follow her bowl up, maybe drop slightly behind. Doesn't really want to leave anything hanging out. Just got past the jack there. Useful bowl, but probably doesn't have the T respot. Although it could well be going straight back if it is hit. It's like Marianne's pulled the trigger. Running up after that one. Certainly diving to make contact with something. It's just got around the outside. As I said, she plays with quite tight bowls, and that just didn't bend for her. Just have the bowl at the very back of the rink now, though. Quite close to the ditch. And Rose appears to be sat quite centrally on the jack, so it looks like it's going straight back if it is hit. Looks like Rose is making another draw. Coming in well. Line looks good for it. Settles nicely behind. It potentially stops it going straight back. I'm not sure. It's difficult to tell from this angle, but it's certainly a good bowl. I don't know if it's quite second wood, which would have protected it if her shot wood is just clipped out. But potentially if the shot wood is clipped out, it's getting a little bit of movement on the jack, which that bowl would help with. Bit of coaching required. So each player is able to nominate a coach for the match. So I don't know if it's words of wisdom or just a bit of a boost of confidence, but we'll see what shot she elects for. There is a very exact draw or play with weight. I hope the result falls in your favour. Looks like she's gone for the weight option. Has she played a tighter line this time? Certainly coming down towards her wood, but it's not enough. That's the tie break and the match there to Rose Ogier from Guernsey, winning one of her group stage lady singles games. And we will catch you first thing tomorrow morning around about 8:30 for Hong Kong, China against Singapore.